Hello! Welcome back to Ari Plays More Ghost Trick. I hope you enjoy. Bye! Oh, I thought there were only 16 chapters. Maybe there are 17 chapters then. Or 18? Oh, Alien! Thank you for your gift to Karina! Thank you! Chapter 17, 5:10 a.m. The upended submarine continues to sink. Slowly but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them. At the very last second, something saved them. Now, it looks down at them quietly. My head is filled with a giant question. What in the world is that thing? Oh my god, this thing has googly eyes. Eek! Oh my, what the fuck's happening? Huh? Is that the other Sizzle? I see you managed to survive, detective. Hey, you're... Excuse my appearance. I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there. You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all this evening, aren't you? You knew about me all along? Of course. What else would explain all those unnatural things happening? Oh shit, we're about to get good. This is about to be good chat. If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to get revenge on us. I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Who in the world are you? Sizzle! Look at you, what happened? I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are. That's right. I came all this way tonight, trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit of tonight, I thought I was you, Sizzle. Sizzle? My name isn't Sizzle. I bet you'll remember really soon. Who you are. And who I am, too. What? The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind. A memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. They got us good. It's all over for this submarine. Its engineering room is destroyed, there's a hole in the hull, and it's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had to deal with those people. They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now. The 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉 fragment. I didn't know they had it all figured out. You mean they figured out the source of your power? Yeah. That meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time. If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more. The radiation's power effect. These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research. And I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers. Like possessing and manipulating objects. And in my case, swapping objects. Exactly. Apparently, there are individual differences in the powers we get. And it seems these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah. My powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first, I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple. Dying by the 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝘼 fragment. In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite. It's radiation. Yeah, baby! That's what it does? That's what does it? Dying while being exposed to the radiation? On that day, 10 years ago. A fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart, and I died. So of course, I received special powers. Hey, wait a minute! Is that how I got my powers too? You know, you might be right. Missile died. Oh, Missile. And he got exposed to the fragment. Right there. Aren't the 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝘼 remnants still right there in that park at the bottom of the crater? You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of that meteorite's radiation too. And what about the time effect? Another effect the meteorite's radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of that meteorite? One of the characteristics of that meteorite is the ability to replay the moment of death. Replay the moment of death. Ah! This is all so strange and confusing! I can't take it all in! It makes sense as much. It makes about as much sense to me as anything else. Yeah, strange and confusing. It just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and death. What? My body's vital function stopped 10 years ago. My body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. Time just stopped, huh? So I just simply existed. Not really alive and not really dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me. Ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day. My hair hasn't grown an inch. Come to think of it, that old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut this guy's body with a scalpel. True. So I guess as soon as an incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow. And what about your revenge, bro? That's why he could not feel the burning of his hand. Exactly, when he like slammed his hand on the hot stove, he did not feel that shit at all. Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. Our lives? As part of the deal, I made those guys promise to cooperate. Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping? It all went fine. I manipulated the justice minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. So that's how you wanted his daughter kidnapped. But they kidnapped the wrong girl. Little did I know, they had their own reasons for cooperating with me. Huh? Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝘼. Detective 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘋𝘼 was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cabanela and that junkyard super, they were slated to be wiped out too. And as it turned out, I was one of their targets as well. They stole my 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝘼 fragment, and here I am. But they had one more final target. You, detective. Me? One final target. If you weren't there in that park that day 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage. Okay. But I was just a little kid playing in the park. Yeah, I know. Huh? 10 years later, and you become a detective looking into 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿's case. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago. So, of course you didn't recognize me. Oh, it's all coming together. I took possession of you to make you shoot me. Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. The aim was off and the first shot missed the mark. Ariana's a freaking goat? Ah, thank you, Jay. I know. So that's the trembling hands before. Yeah, he couldn't control her. That's why she fucked up the first shot. Huh. The junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan anyway. But they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. But then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their streams. And that something was me! Yeah! I showed up. The short while I've been here, I've heard like 3 different people called Jay. Well, we got 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 then we got Jay the Bard. Then we got Jay Spec Forces. There's a lot of Jays here. I was supposed to meet up with them after that. But then something went wrong. What happened? My body disappeared. Aha! The inspector in white was responsible for that one. Yeah, Cabanela yoinko boingoed that body. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back, no matter what. That inspector caused me no end of trouble. But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 meteorite. Because you were looking into the 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉 case. I thought you would find out by 𝙀𝙋𝙋 sooner or later. Wow. Uh-oh. And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush a submarine. Oh no! There are no cores that link from here to the water's surface. I have an idea! We hook up to the phone line and... There are no communication cables down this deep. They meant for the submarine to be my coffin. A coffin for the dead. There's no escape. Shit. I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years. You what? This feeling, cut off from the world, all alone in a submarine, sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. This must have been how you felt all along. Oh, Camilla. Lynn? Camilla! Is it true? We're stuck here? What? Oh, If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us. Oh, Camilla! I'm so sorry! That's funny. What is it, Sizzle? There's something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Temsic fragment and escape if that's what they wanted? Why did they have to jettison your body off into the sea? That's a good question. But I guess it doesn't matter why now. We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it launched to. Wait a minute! Yes, we do! This will tell us where Detective 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 is. The present from the inspector in white. That's right. Detective 𝙀𝙓𝙋 told me to hold on to it for him. And the bullet is still in that person's body in the command room, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this. But even if we find out where it is, how do we even get there? We should be able to figure something out between the three of us with our powers. Right, Miss Lynn? Right. Oh, and wait a minute. What about a torpedo? Torpedo? In any case, it's way too early to give up. Seems like Detective 𝙀𝙓𝙋's our last hope. Come on, let's get started. It's time, chat. Grape. Oh my god, I can actually dial? Why is this machine shoving grapes at me? Well, this is a private cabin. Yeah, I remember this guy. I've been thinking about this for a while now. But don't you think the country's use of technology is just a little off? Says the guy who made a deal with said country. Anyway, it looks like the arm of the machine is a bit busted. Regardless, we go to the torpedo room. The torpedo room, huh? There might be another torpedo left there. I'll go check it out. Oh, I get it. You're gonna use a missile to ram the control room. Well, I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow Detective 𝙀𝙓𝙋 up, but something like that. We'll come to the torpedo room too. Up is definitely safer. Okay, we'll see you there then. It's trick time! Oh, they made it. Looks like torpedoes can be launched manually with one of these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be one left. I guess the first thing I have to do is load it into the tube. When it comes to missiles, you can count on me! Heck yeah, missile. I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo. Shit, this is getting good, chat. And I just turned on the backup power. We got to be able to use the switches now. Okay, let's try it. Good luck. This switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken. Find a way to move this switch. Oh, I know. Maybe have missiles swap them. Oh, first I have to talk to Missile. Missile, I know you're there, bro. Hi, buddy. What will happen with these 2 ladies? I think that's up to us and our powers. What? This is no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength, Missile? Me? Of course I will. Count on it. All right. Missile swap these. Bless up. Here we go. There we go. That torpedo looks serviceable. All set on this end too. But something's odd. What is it? The command room. It looks like it's slowly sinking. Sinking? Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened. I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. Okay, right. Hop onto the missile. I'll launch it for you. Okay, thanks. I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head towards the command room where Detective 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉 is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room. Okay, got it. And then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Okay, come on, Missile. Missile? I'm sorry. I can't go. What? I just can't! How can I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind. I can't do it. Missile. I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You have to do the rest, Sizzle. I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels. I want you to go, Missile. What? But Miss Lynn! You staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sizzle, you might be able to make something happen. And that's our only hope. But what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never, ever again. Even I can understand that. I couldn't stand that. Don't worry, Missile. Miss Camilla. I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then. Don't worry. Miss Camilla! That's a good boy, Missile. Now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw this switch. We're ready. Sizzle? Yes? We never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything. And I'm glad I met you, Detective. But we're gonna see each other soon. Right, Sissy? Right, Missile? That's right. We promise, little lady. Of course we will! I'll never forget you, no matter what happens. Here goes, then. Good luck, friend! It's time, chat! The last stand! These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light, of hope, reach this far down in the deep sea? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Detective Jode! I bet that big masked man did this. I'm gonna bite him. You better not. You might break your teeth. The command room and it has lost power and is sinking. So I wonder what the masked man is gonna do. Let's talk to Detective Jode. All right, shit. Wait. Since that guy doesn't have the Temsic fragment anymore, he has a core. But he's not in there, right? Sorry for the wait, Detective Jode. Who are you? Are you Sizzle? Oh, please excuse my appearance. I can't believe you made it here. How was Camilla? What about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. I told Detective Jode about everything that happened on the submarine Unoa. The submarine is badly damaged! Why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. It's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us? I didn't even notice. I didn't notice either. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jode. Are you? Yomiao? That's his name? Yamiao? So you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So that's your real name, huh? Yamio? That's right. But those people on the Yonoa were calling you Sizzle. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you. Right, Detective Jode? Right. All right, chat, we're figuring it out now. Who the hell are you? Yomiel? Or Yamiel? 10 years ago. You were a top systems engineer, weren't you? Systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know. Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. Bro was a software engineer. Where's Jum Jum? I must thank them for my gifted sub. I don't know where Jum is right now, but I'm sure they are happy you like it. Hi, Villark. Hello. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multi-dimensional programming theory. What? I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government. It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about. Yamiel? What is this wiki page? One of the fallen angels. Yeah, I knew about that one. I've heard I knew their names, sort of. Anyway. To me, it sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought, for the life of me, that I'd have anything to deal with spies. I never have to deal with spies. Shit. It was never made public, but every organization in this country moved on this one. And then, one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system. The police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jode, When was it I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomiel. Shit. All right, damn. Real motive for revenge. 10 years ago. I'm back. Slow Yana, not done yet. So she can't finish Tears of the Kingdom. Play hours for this game are 12 hours. Right now we're at 14 hours, I think, total. But also I'm voicing every single line of dialogue. So I feel like that takes more time. My soul was split from my body and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world. No question about that. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. And all I wanted all of you to suffer. And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. Us background listeners appreciate reading out. Oh, thank you. And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. What? It was that twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. What was the deal, bro? There's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal? A new life. Life? I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was they help me with my revenge plot. And the second was a rebirth for me. Rebirth? A new beginning, huh? I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul. A name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die, surrounded by a loving family. It's the kind of life I asked them for. A completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. So I decided to ask the national government to help me. And the response in the end was betrayal. Damn. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what 𝙀𝙑𝙋 was all about. And you had no idea they were doing all this? None at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why did they just steal a hunk of the 𝙀𝙑𝙋 meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. By Inspector Cabanilla and the old pigeon guy, huh? At first, the government didn't believe the reports. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance, just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park. but there are armed agents there at all times. Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them! No, not him. He's just a plain odd person. Oh, never mind. I was about to say, holy shit. The park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale. So that's why they couldn't steal the 𝙀𝙋𝙋 meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the 𝙀𝙋𝙋 meteorite. So that's it, huh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, huh? Yeah, it's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bring Detective 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝙉𝘿 back to life, of course. What? What good will that do now? But we promised! We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them. And we can't do that without you, Detective 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝙉𝙍. I've been guided by fate tonight in this place. I won't give up now. Alright, fine. Let's see where this leads us. Here we go then. Back to 4 minutes before your death. Alright, let's see where we go from here. So, where are we headed? We are not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There is only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon, and that will be our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too! Oh, by the way, I am not a human, Detective. Bro is a robot! I am a remote-controlled robot, Detective. What? Your country's use of technology is just plain off! We get that a lot, Detective. Why would you go to all the trouble to do this? That's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There is no need for you to know, Detective. Oh shit. Now is the time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, Detective. Ah! Camilla, forgive me. Shit! 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝙉𝙍. It isn't over yet. It isn't? Remember what the big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small. Possibility. In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. A possibility of turning the situation around. I think we have 𝙀𝙓𝙋. Maybe capital D? Huh? What is it, Detective? Look at Yomiel's shell. There's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝙉𝙍 fragment has been gone. Could this chance to just change in his shell give us some kind of lead? I don't know, maybe? I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small that they're afraid of is. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝙉𝙍. His body cycled between the moments that separate his life and death. Perpetually, yes. Right, but not anymore. The 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝙉𝙍 fragment has been taken away. Exactly. So what does that mean? I get it! Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝙉𝙍 fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So let's see, that means we can go back? Back to 4 minutes before your death? Even though you died 10 years ago? But wait a minute. Exactly what is that death? That's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move! Are we going to 10 years ago? Oh shit. 4 minutes before death. I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever. And then I saw it. The final death at the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all of the clues. All I have to do now is remember. Bro, the final journey to the truth starts now. Ah, shit! It's time, chat. The final chapter begins now. Final chapter! When was Yomiel's death? It was 10 years ago, when the 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝘼𝙉 meteorite fell. We traveled back through time, and now we're here at the scene of that death. The start of it all is about to replay itself. 5:26 p.m. 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 Park. Oh my god, there's Lynn! Little baby Lynn! It's ready! Hold it! Give it up. Do you really think you can outrun me? Now just calm down and drop that weapon! Stay back! If you come any closer, I'll shoot her! Cat! Oh, huh? Oh, a kitten. Shoot, you might get hurt. You guys can't see the kitten. It showed up next to him. It was right where my body was covering it a little bit. Oh god, here's the meteor. And there's the piece that hit him. Oh. And there goes Lynn. It's Mister in the past. Are you okay? You're all right now. Are you hurt? You saved me, Mister? Oh, she's so cute. I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you. Well, what's your job, Mister? Me? I'm a police detective. So that's the 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 meteorite, huh? It's beautiful, looking at it from this angle. It changed all of our fates completely. We can't stop 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 from falling from the sky, but we may be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life. I don't know. What's the matter, Detective Jode? To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If that meteorite fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. We might not be able to change your fate of dying. I can accept that. Huh? What I did is inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. Shot through the heart, and you're too late. If my fate is to die here, then I accept that. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future. Okay, let's get started. Okay. Now, how are we gonna save you? If Lynn would just wander off somewhere, that would solve everything. When her sweet potato is almost ready, ha! She's not gonna budge from that spot. Chat, this game actually, I now remember, this game made me learn about how people in Japan make sweet potatoes like in the fall time, like just outside. I didn't know that was a thing. At least it's not here in America, I don't think. But you know, it makes me wonder. A little girl all alone in the park listening to music and roasting a sweet potato? What kind of childhood does this girl have? Doesn't everybody have at least one day in their life like that? Give her a break! Anyway, if Lynn won't budge from that spot, then we'll have to have the fragment move instead. Where are you? Oh god, I think we need to get up there somehow. I don't know how though. Because I think those shapes can be switched to block the fragment. It's ready! Hold it! Eek! Chassis, look, it's a cat. The cat pulled up. The cat is so cute. Turn up the headphones. Alright, that's kind of mean. What are you doing? You're gonna hurt poor Miss Lynn's ears. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. You really startled her. You made her drop her sweet potato. I know how much this girl loves her food too. Anyway, at least her fate has changed. Albeit slightly. Okay, that counted. Slay. Rock the basket. Maybe turn on the nozzle. Oh fuck, I missed. That's kind of disappointing. Maybe the timing was off. Shit. All right, wait. Did she roast the sweet potato with a plunger? Oh, it's cut in half. Yeah, I think it's a cut in half sweet potato. That didn't work. Shit, wait, let me try it again. How to make the sweet potato fall at the right time. There we go. All right, maybe the missile. Shit, can't reach it. Oh, I should have gone into the sweet potato there. Wait. I think as soon as I get in the sweet potato, as soon as the sweet potato starts going, I need to go in it. So did you beat the game in your childhood, or is it the first time seeing the ending? I beat it in my childhood, but I didn't remember how everything played out. I remember one big plot twist that still hasn't been revealed. That's it. Capybara! Ow! Okay. Oh, look at that sweet potato! That big, scary sweet potato. That's not a sweet potato missile, that's Mino. Oh, right, of course. But look at them, sweet potato and Mino. Right now, they both have the exact same shape. So you're saying you could swap them? Good idea, missile. Okay, here I go, and I'm gonna need your help. My help? then swap these two. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, look, the lamppost is bending. But it hasn't broken yet! It really is a wonder it hasn't snapped. It might just hold out for a little while longer. If I recall, the 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 fragment smashed through the glass lantern on the way down. Yeah, that's why I moved it there. But if Mino sits firmly in its way, then fate should change. Maybe. Hopefully. Let's see. It's about time for that meteorite to come down! Don't worry, Missile. I think we're ready for it. Look what's right in the fragment's path. The sweet potato. Yes. Alright, let's see. 0. Look, the fragment's course! It changed a little! Now Youmio's fate really should change. Wait a minute. Just gonna look at the fragment's trajectory. Now it's changed. What's in its path? In its path? No! Not his balls! Oh wait, no, his leg. Detective Jode! The 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 fragment shot through his leg. What? But the cruel twists of fate weren't over yet. Come on, put it down. Huh? Jode, put the gun down now! If you don't, you're going to shoot him! I don't know if this is detective training or what, but even though he's shaking from the pain, the gun doesn't waver. Put the gun down! No! I knew it. This is my true fate. In the end, I stole his life away with my own hands. I won't let that happen! Missile! The bullet stopped in midair. I'm here inside the bullet. Oh shit, let's stop with something else? With what? Can we swap with the sweet potato? Oh my god, we can! Oh. Oh no, he still got impaled. Huh? My fate of getting pierced in the back may not have changed, but I'm still alive. What? I'm not dead. I'm just unconscious. Oh my god, he's alive. I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, it's good enough for me. But we were overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still slowly turning. No. Ah! Look out! Wake up! You gotta get out of there! Damn it! My leg won't work! It's all over! We're out of time! Miss Lynn! It's not over yet! Oh shit! There isn't anything else to swap with! Why don't we just let it play out and we try to find another way next time? Even if she dies, all you have to do is possess her corpse. And then you can redo her last 4 minutes as many times as it takes. No, I won't do that. Why not? Sure, the fact of her death will be erased, but her memory of it will remain like a scar on her psyche. Even though we've kind of done that multiple times. I won't let that happen. Not if I can help it. Well, what can we do now? Even if we work together. I think there may be something that can be done. Huh? Youmio, what is it? What can Sizzle and I do? Don't forget, I'm here too. A third team member! With 3 kinds of powers among us. Among us! We ought to be able to finish this battle. This battle against the fate of death. Yeah, Youmio! Sizzle, your power is manipulating objects. Use your power to manipulate this. Huh? I don't get it. Just trust me. Let's go. All right, I'll try to move there. Now gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depends on it. I'm dead though. In that case, make it spray as if your death depended on it. Give it your all. And remember, you only have a split second. Got it. Now it's your turn, Missile. Swappo Doppo. Swap it, Missile. Don't worry. Okay, I'll do it. I'll swap them. All right, come on, Missile. Ah! Yeah! It's still falling. What can we do? I don't see how gaining a second or two helped. Oh, it helped, all right. Those few seconds were exactly what I wanted. Last up, it's my turn. Your turn? You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Wait a minute, you mean... That's right. I'm gonna save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. Ah! Yomio, no! Ye gods! Wait! Can't we do it without you getting fucking killed? Ah, you're awake. Hey, mister, is your knee okay? Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit, but the main thing is that you're not hurt. You saved me, mister! I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you. What is your job, mister? Me? I'm a police detective. You think you could go call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I could. What's that? This is a detective's badge. We give them to children who've been very brave. A detective's badge? Okay, you know what to do, little detective. Are you alive? Yeah, sadly. Oh God, he's okay, thank God. Hang on, help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing? To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was already moving all by itself. It was as if somebody else was controlling me. I see. But you know, I'm glad it happened. Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray. It is kind of limp. Is it okay? Cat! I don't know. I think it's unconscious. That's funny. It doesn't look like it's injured or anything. Poor little kitty. How about if I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten? Alright, looks like I was worried the meteorite hit the cat. Well, it looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Whose fate? That kitten's, of course. Sizzles. And that was the twist I had been holding back from telling you this whole time. Sizzle? The name Sizzle echoes in my head. That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years. You were my one and only friend. How about it? Do you remember now? Old friend. I think I finally remember. 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into this park. I was weak and all alone in the world. Hold it! Eek! Somebody, please look at me. Huh? Oh, a kitten. Shoo! You might get hurt. Somebody, please reach out a hand to me. I had just only died at the time. I lost everything. My life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but I still managed to reach out the hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the black kitten. With no recollection of who I was, I lived as a cat with you for a while. After a while, that man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat. And then the man got his body back too. I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody else I had to go see, just one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little too late. I just missed her as she left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yomiel." The man named me Sizzle. It was the name of something important he had lost, along with his life. His fiancée. This is so sad, bro. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. Those 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man, and there was nothing I could do for him. For 10 years, I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first, I could only manipulate small creatures and objects. But then after a while, I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened, and I started to get a little twisted. I wanted light. Distorted, artificial light. When I got my revenge on Lynn, I would see that light. Or at least that's what I tried to believe. Boom. I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. Chat, where did that first shot go? What direction did that first shot point at when Lynn's gun misfired? The black cat. I was possessing 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉 then. It wouldn't look very much like murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all. So you borrowed the body of your old friend. 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉 was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in this country when I left. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible. What was that? 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉, there inside the bag, was dead. What? Yup. The first shot killed the cat. I wasn't able to control her completely. The first bullet didn't hit anything. Or so I thought. But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉 inside that bag. And he died in right where the 𝙀𝙀𝙋𝘼𝙉 radiation hit. And that's when I got my powers of the dead. My ghost tricks. I think I understand it now. Why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back. It was because I thought that corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time after all. But as it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. Chad, if you think back to the first moments of the game, they say, that corpse is me. I mean, do you see any other dead body around here? Well, I guess we didn't. My true death was hiding just behind that corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight? If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Huh? Why not? Remember the thing about individual differences in powers we get? I can control all kinds of things, from the living to the dead. But even so, there's some things you can do that I can't. You mean I can't rewind time, let alone change the fate of a death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I never would have just let my fiance stay dead like that. But you're here 10 years in the past now! That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along with you. In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉's fate, and I can just bet you the fate of the woman you love has changed too. Yes, I believe you're right. So, this was the last fate to be averted, huh? Fate averted. So, Yomiel, it looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure. Yes, and I'm glad too. I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. I like how there were several hints that we were a cat. Likes tight spaces, see in the dark, saved 9 lives, doesn't know how to read, doesn't know what a bunch of random things are that Missile also doesn't know. The secrets are all there, chat. Well, I guess it's time we go back. A new 10 years later was just born. Right. We should get back to our new present. I can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla again! So these past 10 years will now all vanish. Well, not completely. Huh? The memories of all of us here will remain, including the memory of what I did, my crime. That's the way this game of the dead works, huh? And no matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either. The most inexcusable crime in my new life. Hey, Sissel? Yes? When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It'll be like we never met. So before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry. That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed now, right, Yomiel? Thank you, Sizzle. I'm so glad I met you. Me too, Yomiel. Sizzle! Are we ever going to see each other again? I couldn't stand it if we weren't. Don't worry, Missile. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait until then. Sizzle, I'll never forget you! I'll never forget you either, you valiant little doggy. Well, it looks like you come to live with me now. Supposed to be getting home, little black cat. Home, huh? That sounds good, Detective Jode. We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning, and now we're each going back to our new present. We said goodbye to the part of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again. Wait! Before you go back to the new present, I wanted to thank you. Ray! Ray the lamp! Ray is the one who set us on this journey at the very beginning of the game. Before I ceased to exist. Oh, it's you! Yes, it is I, Ray, in case you've forgotten again. Thanks to you, everything has turned out as I had hoped. I'm really grateful to you, Sizzle. Thank you. Chat, guess who Ray is? Yeah, chat, I remember this one now too. Guess. You guys get one guess who Ray is if you haven't played the game. It's a character we know. Ain't no Ray. I don't want to be wrong. I forgot. I don't know. Well, you're about to find out. But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memory. Yes, I know that. I knowable. Oh, he's like Grandpa Ray. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know. Who exactly are you? I guess we're gonna shed some light on who Ray is. We are. Here it is, chat. Fair enough. I will tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. I don't know, Lynn? Nope. You changed the fates of many people's... you changed the fates of many people tonight. The first of which was hers. We did do that. If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. Is Ray a rat? No, that'd be really funny though. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. They stole the wooden box from the ceiling hiding place and left. And in the process, two little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paw towards his mistress. And that's when a miracle occurred. What? Look at that! The powers of the dead! But how? He didn't really understand it himself. Not yet, anyway. But with all you know now, I bet you understand it, do you not? Hey, wait a minute. He was standing there. That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy. But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects. He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady. The little fellow chased after the men, but there still wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in the red in the deep, deep sea. And then he went back. He went back to the world of 10 years before, to the moment of the man in red's death. What? Yup. He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came again. And that's the other version of the story of this night. A story that has taken these 10 years to be retold. So that was you, huh? Grandpa Missile! That's right. I'm Missile. 10 years is a very long time in dog years. You couldn't change the fates of these people on your own, so you decided to wait those 10 years out. Exactly. And then, at last, that fateful night rolled around again. By this time, I had grown old and my powers were weak. So I decided I needed to find somebody to help me this time around. Somebody who possessed different powers than me. But wait a second! You were able to manipulate that desk lamp! Over the course of the long years, my powers changed. My ability to swap objects weakened. But I became able to manipulate small objects. But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. Huh? From watching the man in red, I found out there were individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things he could do. Like travel through telephone lines, for example. What? It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power. Especially if you're trying to chase somebody. But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had the power. How did you know so much about me? Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before on that night, the first time around. What? We met before? From listening to the conversation of the two intruders to the apartment, I learned that Miss Lynn had lost her life at the junkyard on the edge of the town. I followed the ghost world past the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene. Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisting and swiveling desk lamp. It made my fur stand on end, I can tell you. That was me? So I was shot on that night and the first time around as well. We used to be the lamp. You had lost your memory that time too. You just died and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me. I did what? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said. And then you disappeared. Away over the telephone line. I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided that this time, I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage. Mutual advantage? The only thing you were interested in was finding your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path to doing that, we would both benefit. And namely, the right path would be the path of the man in red to Yomiyo. What? I give you the information you need to know to set you in the right direction. And then I give you a time limit. A time limit? That's right. As you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. And the man in red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would have been all over. Then you mean that the thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that. Completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted you to use your time wisely. Bruh. Oh, boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. And now, it is time to say farewell. These past 10 years will cease to exist, and with them, so will I. Missile! I believed in you. I always knew you could do it. And so you did! Thank you! Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Missile. So you waited and waited these long 10 years. All for the sake of your two ladies. Lynn and Camilla, huh? Of course! Because that's what doggies do! Now then, farewell, Sizzle. And so the story of a single night came to an end. Nobody but us knew what had happened. I made my way back to a new present. Huh? How come it's dark? I'll just turn the lights on here. Surely this will go good. Yeah, there's no gun. There's no gun. We're safe. Were you surprised? You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death. Yippee! It worked! But it's not even my birthday today. It was my mom's birthday the day before yesterday. I made a surprise for her, but it came out so well, I wanted to use it again. That's all right, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right? Really? Thank you, Detective Jode. Dad, you're home. Hi, Camilla. Let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was just assigned to the detective division today. Hi, Camilla. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective. Huh? Is something wrong? You have one of those badges too? Oh, this? Yeah. I have one just like it. My dad just gave it to me the other day. But yours looks a lot older than mine, though. Haha. How long do you keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn? What's wrong with it? To me, this is a symbol of a real detective. It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day? When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew this was my destiny somehow. Destiny, huh? And now that I'm a detective, I'll find where that destiny will lead me. Haha. That you will, that you will. Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're that same little kitten. That's right, the very one. You know what? This is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten. Oh. Wait, so the meteorite fragment did hit him. Still a kitten? Yep. He never got bigger or anything. Wow, what a mysterious little fellow. I know, right? His name is Sizzle. Sizzle. Seems to me like I've heard that name before somewhere. I think Sizzle likes you, Lynn. All right, everybody. Let's start the celebration. Okay, Mom. I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow, too. And so we meet again, Sizzle. From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world. And I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now, this is my new fate. I guess I really am a cat. It suits me just fine to curl up and watch. Watch these strange and beautiful patterns of the lives as they unfold. And it looks like I was plenty to watch here for quite a while. That's it, chat! Oh! Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn! Like I said, it isn't my birthday. And there's Missile! Hey, Missile! I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort. But birthdays are for celebrating together with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby. YouTube outro time, Ari. Oh, gosh. Well, we're watching the credits. It's fine. The credits are good. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. You understand why I love it so much now, chat? Surely you guys understand after watching this why I loved it so much. It's so charming, right? you like that? Not bad, huh? But definitely not good. Maybe now can be a great detective, just like Inspector Cabanela. What kind of example is Inspector providing like that? Yes, because you're a cat, I'm sold. Literally. Here's your food, gentlemen. Chicken. Memory, what are you doing here? I heard you were gonna be picking new members for the Special Investigation Unit today. You took on a part-time job here just so you could eavesdrop? Oh, you have no idea the lengths I'll go to reach my goals. I don't know, Chad. I think this game is like a masterpiece. Everything is wrapped up so nicely story-wise. The puzzles themselves are good and interesting. The characters are awesome. I don't know, chat. It's lit as hell. This story's insane. Yeah. Turmeric, coriander, cumin, and fenugreek. Is this really necessary? This new curry chicken menu item? Oh, but our very best customer requested it. Now good luck with the taste testing. Thanks again for your playthrough, Ari, of course, First Nickety. I'm glad you enjoyed. Oh, this guy. Oh, now he's a normal curry eating guy. He's just a normal curry fan. Manabu Takeda. Oh god, there's a lot of dynamite. Are you sure we really need all these explosives? Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just like it said. Wait a minute. 20 kilograms? I thought it was grams! Oh! This needs an anime like Ace Attorney, literally. This game is fire. Oh my god, there she is. So this is where you work, huh, Papa? That's right, sweetheart. Darling husband, don't you have any ideas at all you could give me? You must have heard some juicy stories. The indiscretions of a minister, perhaps? Now, must you talk that way in front of our darling angel? Here's to the stodgy mind of my darling husband. Sheesh. What's 80 kilograms compared to 8 grams? Wait, 80 grams. Or whatever it was. They're still their submarine eating the grapes. Infinite spawning grapes. This deal is going quite well, I must say. These grapes are quite good, my man. Do you know I was about to scrape the bottom of the sea, sir? Be forewarned, sir. Thank God! Keep it together, man. Are you trying to give me a case of the vapors? I believe I nearly died of fright just now. Let's keep seeing what's going on. Oh my god! So this guy's just rocking with the pigeons in the park. Love, peace, and pigeons. Long live rock and roll! Oh my god. The pigeons are grooving. Stop the park from charging a mission. Protect the rights of those who live here. Chat, I don't know. This game is literally, I think, one of my favorite games of all times. Straight up. I just think it's so well done. It's so good. Oh my god, panic dance! Today's the day, you know. He's finally getting out. You know, everybody's starting to get real tired of seeing you do that. Then let me show you a new dance that's finally been passed down. With this, we have a stomach ache. We call it Dance Away the Pain. Oh, I'm real interested in that one. Think we can show you how to do it. Oh god! I missed the dialogue and now he's zooming. This is the love and dedication that's lacking in newer games. Agreed. Agreed. Are you comparing this to, say, Persona? Well, they're quite different, but... Oh my god, he can walk! Bless up! 10 long years, Yomiel. Your time's up today. The young lady who always comes to visit you is waiting outside. Oh my god! His lover is good? Thank you, Sizzle. I don't think I would compare it to Persona because that's like a JRPG series. This is like just... Aww! Aww! Aww, chat! Look at that. That was the game. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. You guys can say bye, YouTube, if you like, chat. But yeah, honestly, like I said at the beginning of the game, there was only one twist I remembered. And the only twist it was that I remembered that we were a cat the whole time. That was the only thing I remembered about the game in terms of story. So this was such a delightful treat to see this game in action again as an adult. Because I think the last time I played it when I was like 12 or something. So I had a great time and I hope you all did too. Thank you all so much for coming out and watching. Maybe on YouTube if you did. If you didn't, at least on my stream, I appreciate you all hanging out with me, chat. I know this game isn't like a incredibly popular game we all must come and hang out on Ari's stream and watch this hit game, but it is a hit game in my heart. So I appreciate you all coming by. I hope you enjoyed it because honestly, this is the game that got me into visual novel games. I don't know if you know that. I mentioned it maybe a few times, but this is a game that got me into heavy story designs, and it's really what has propelled me as like a game enjoyer, as a human, as a snack demoness, as an anything, to be a fan of games, especially when they have banger plot lines and cohesive, like everything on this game is a nice cohesive little present, I would say. Everything wraps up exactly. There's no plot holes, at least not to my obvious knowledge. There's no plot holes that deter from the experience that I know of. The graphics are cute as hell. The music is banger. And the game is just full of surprises and twists and turns that I love and I hope that you love too. But I really have an urge to play Ace Attorney after seeing this. Exactly. With that, chat. Oh, Shutakami Ghost Advisor. With that, this has been Ghost Trick. Thanks for watching. Bye. And with that, chat, let's move. It's the Ace Attorney guy. It is. Stray stream when we actually did play Stray. We already streamed Stray a while ago. But I hope you all enjoyed Ghost Trick Phantom Detective chat. I hope you all enjoyed Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. One of my favorite games ever. I'm so glad I got to experience it fresh with you guys because it's really been a minute since I played, I don't know, a story game, especially on stream. I don't usually play a lot of story games, as you know. I kind of just play whatever. Maybe we should do more story games coming up. I don't know if you guys are down for stuff like that, or do you want, well, we already have other games on the list, but whatever, it'll work out. Rain Code! I would love to do Rain Code, actually, genuinely, but I don't know if we have enough, I don't know when we get around to it. So with that, chat, I'm going to end the stream. We've been streaming for 8 hours. LOL. Me when we stream for 8 hours. So let us, let's give someone a raid, shall we?